That is your chance to be ruthless.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. And I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to keep...
Good morning, everybody. I think I'm live here. Hold on, I gotta. Oh, excuse me. Oh, joy. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we are live finally. The chat will populate as you guys type more stuff. I don't know why it's not there already. I guess it's deciding to do it what it wants to do as usual. Once again, good morning to my replay crew. Do me a favor, look for those blue numbers that are down below in the description. They will lead you to the beginning of this live stream, so you don't have to watch 3 minutes of what somebody called gay boy band music this morning. Yeah, pretty interesting. Anywho, today is going to be actually be a there's a possibility of a live stream. We do have an extended live stream goal of 5 super chats. We'll see if we can make that. If not, we will see what happens. I do have to be somewhere at 11 o'clock today, so my drop dead date is no later than you will see. All right, guys. And as usual, one of the big, very first people, Rose is number one. Bradley, number two. And alrighty, then you are actually, no, I thought Attitude was in there. No, looks like alrighty. You are the third. Canada. Anywho, what do we got? We got, let's see, Bradley Collins, Catitude, Lazy showed up, Debbie's here, Deanna, Cindy, Rose, Light Raider, West Virginia Pappy, Sup? Blaine is over here, Cuck V. I was actually looking at a Cuck V yesterday. Me want it a lot. Let's see here. We got Ian showed up. Let's see. Everybody's telling me sound is 5x5, which is super duper pooper scooper. Bob Peter showed up, and Bob just hooked us up with the very first go. And I'm gonna like that, and I'm gonna heart that, and I'm gonna say thanks, man. Thanks, man. There we go. Hopefully, I typed that right. Let's see here. Pilgrim showed up. Good to see you. Rural is here. Rural, I was listening to your video this morning. Pretty good words, guys. If you guys are not familiar with Rural 2IC, he has his own YouTube channel. He does some stuff that's different than other people. And every morning he sits in his car and tells us about things, which is pretty insightful. I like it. I like it. Looks like Laszlo showed up. All right. Everybody is go Bob, go Bob, go Bob. Way to hit him off the bat. Okay, so this could potentially be a long live stream, and what I'm looking to do is to talk about like this, like everybody's like preparedness 101 or how to get into prepping, and it's like they hodgepodge a lot of this stuff and they don't really talk about anything. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about, the concept of doomsday scenarios, and it's driven by the rising frequency of natural disasters, political instability, and global uncertainty. Within this context, a growing number of individuals identify as doomsday preppers. Yeah, that's right. Believe it or not, there's a lot of them out there. People who take significant steps to prepare for catastrophic events that they believe are imminent. So, this live stream is going to explore the world of doomsday preppers, their motivations, and even some of their tools. Let's see. So with that said, I did put I know there's a couple of you out there that can't handle a live stream without a poll, so I made a poll for you. And the question on the poll is, obviously there's 17 votes now, but you don't have to jump right in. Do you believe prepping is essential for survival? And one is yes, necessary. Well, actually, let's go to the top one, number 47, 47%. It prepares us for any uncertainty. I like those words, any uncertainty wrapped together. 41% say it's about self-reliance and peace. That's true. Those are true things. 12% say yes, it's necessary for security. And 0% have said only for extreme disaster scenarios, which makes complete sense. It kind of goes completely against our ethos, but wait until the end. If you haven't voted yet, wait until the end of the live stream to vote so that we can actually do this. And this is actually a significant poll, and I will put this inside of. I will make a post in YouTube for other people to comment on. I might actually like create a poll just to see what really happens. Okay, let's see. So with that said, looks like Texas Raiders showed up. Looks like Texas Raiders showed up. I'm looking. Pilgrims here, and yeah, so we're there. We're there. So let's go ahead and get the ball started here. Rural 2 IC just got it. Just helped us make to the second phase, and I'm gonna heart and I'm gonna like because on my screen it looks different than you guys, so I just get throw everything at it. Let's see here. Love ya man. Love ya man. Okay. Uh, list live without a poll isn't very polarizing. You're the king of the dad jokes, Bradley. Off-road Armada showed up, man. I haven't seen you since Christ was a corporal. Unbelievable. Okay, so I need to get myself centered on the screen here. I think that's good. I think that's good. All right, so what are doomsday preppers? Now, I got into a conversation yesterday during another live stream that I was part of. Believe it or not, guys, I was on TikTok yesterday. I needed a taste of the crack. I was on TikTok yesterday. I was even on Clapper yesterday. But I think I just wanted to stick my toes in the water and to see if the whole thing's going to fall apart, which it may not. So anyway, different subject, different live stream. So, but the question was, how do you classify preppers? And it's really difficult to do because once you do that, some people are like, well, no, this is that and that is this, and they get all butthurt about certain things, or they offer their opinions, and those are all good things. Those are all good things because I think that Discord is extremely important. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the T-shirt, there we go. That was one of my Christmas gifts to myself. Had to have it. Got to have that bunker mentality. If you guys know, you know. Um, so, doomsday preppers are individuals committed to preparing for catastrophic events that could disrupt uh, um, modern life, potentially leading to societal collapse. Um, they're Preparation strategies often involve stockpiling essential resources, developing survival skills, and planning escape routes and safe havens. Now, the motivations behind prepping are pretty simple. The reasons people adopt the prepper lifestyle kind of vary. And they're, as usual, I like to try to put things in a box a little bit for people to understand. But the first one is like natural disasters, events like hurricanes, earthquakes, and wildfires often highlight vulnerabilities in infrastructure and personal readiness. People get caught off guard. They don't like that. No one likes to be caught off guard. Nobody woke up this morning and said, I'd really like to be caught off guard today. Yeah. You know, um, Man-made disasters, concerns over nuclear war, terrorism, and economic collapse motivate many preppers to develop contingency plans. And then you've got economic and political instability. And, if you think about it, these three things are like just constantly happening over the last 4 years. It's crazy. Hopefully we can dial it back a little bit. Crazy people. Economic and political instability. The fear of societal breakdown, whether due to financial crisis or political unrest, drives many to adopt a self-reliant lifestyle. And while these motivations differ, the common thread among preppers is the desire to protect themselves and their loved ones from potential harm. Bradley Collins, look at that, putting your name on the screen. You are the man. Oh, let's see here. What am I gonna say? I gotta heart that. I'm gonna click that. I'm gonna reply. Uh, let's see here. Bradley can be counted on. I'm not. Boom. We're gonna put that in there. We're gonna put that in there. But we are already at 3 of 5, so we are doing just great. Now, as usual, guys, if you're new to the stream, then you don't know that the idea is that I talk about stuff, you write down stuff, or should I say, you post stuff, and then I talk about the stuff that you write. So right now, I'm going to go to the chat. I can already tell I may have to get up and go get some more coffee because my throat is still messed up between doing the live stream yesterday morning and a live stream yesterday afternoon, and yeah, it's a little itchy. Okay, so going to the chat. Happy Friday, everyone. Armed Armada is saying Miko showed up. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Damn, I'm late again. Just made steak and egg sandwich that made me. Don't worry about it. You were right on time. You're right on time, Miko. And steak and eggs is a legitimate reason to be late for anything. Tuck showed up. We are all doing great, my friend. Roger Dodger, good morning. New to the channel. Roger, thank you for being new to the channel. Obviously, I think that you're subscribed if you're new to the channel. Make sure your bell is clicked. And guys, as a rule, I ask that you give the thumbs up right off the bat. So Roger doesn't know that. That way it drives more people in here, and we can pass the good word out to people so they can know some stuff. Rural to I see you like my shirt, huh? You like my shirt. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff right here, guys. If you know, you know. Where we at here? Love me some follow. There you go. Captain Pegleg made it back for another. Hope all is. There you go, my friend. You made it on time. Cindy's in the house. Where we at here? Forgot to put the forgot to put the poop emoji in the chat. That is funny. Let's see. Poop. Oh my God! I didn't know there were so many colors of poop. I didn't know there was like 5 different things of poop. Wait a minute. Look at this one. There you go. Look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that one. Apparently, the last two are the same, and now the poop emojis exist. Don't forget, guys, that you actually do have. If you're a member, you actually have access to this one, 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 and this one, the special poop emoji. They all exist for members. If you're not a member, you should look into doing that. It's the best way to do things. Pink poop, cute. If I pooped, if I pooped anything pink, I would probably go immediately to the ER. Catitude, catitude. Nice, nice. We are 4/5 there, and we are going through. We are knocking. You guys really want an extra long live stream, don't you? You but it's Toyota. Boom. There we go. All right, let's see. Poop. Looks like ice cream to me. Interesting. Yeah, I forgot to turn the volume down on this because I need to burn through the battery on this. That's the local sheriff's department. Um, but anywho, that's right. I'm a real prepper. It's kind of scary for most people. Um, See, watch them doing too many TikTok lives. Laugh my ass off. What sometimes one TikTok live is one too many. And here's the funny thing: I don't tell. I almost did it yesterday. I don't. The big reason I don't do TikTok lives anymore, guys, is not because it's a Chinese collection device. It's on my phone. I can't do anything about it. It knows all of my stuff. I can delete it all day, and it's still going to be there. The reason I don't do TikTok lives is because it only takes one raging snowflake to realize that when he reports me because he doesn't like what I said, that it instantly shuts the live stream down. And it's not just a personal thing, it's a social thing. Okay. Because I could have like 500 people in there. We could be talking about something legitimate, to the point, educational, like like evergreen type content, and some dude or girl or whatever they want to call them. So whatever they identify as could literally be like, "Oh no, I've got sand in my cooch. I don't like what you say." And then your live stream instantaneously, like, and a lot of lefties figured that out, and so that's why they lost so much live stream, and that wasn't like titty videos and just ridiculous cat stupidness, so we'll see. I might go back on there, but I would only talk about legitimate things. So and I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze there, because there's lots of looky-loos, not really anybody who's interested in finding things out, not really interested in being educated. So let's see. You're all messed up, people. That's ice cream. It doesn't look like ice cream to me, Pilgrim. Soft serve. Yeah, that's what they call it when you eat too much fiber. We just want you to lose your voice so Prepper Lady can get some peace and quiet this weekend. Oh yeah. Prepper. Prepper Lady. Prepper Lady. That's her name. I'm going to tell her later. Hey, they call you Prepper Lady. Let's see. Let's see. Good morning. Where are we at here? Normal is relative in my world. You killed it yesterday. Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate you. Jester was talking solar Poyer on TT before and got a live ban. Yeah, and it's ridiculous. It's solar power. I got you. I got you, West Virginia. Yeah, it's crazy. If y'all have pink poop, call your dog. Yes, immediately. All right, so we got to get back on point because, like I said, we have not got that fifth one, and we'll see what happens. We always get stuck at number 4, and that's okay. That's okay, because you guys know I do mostly for fun, and the money actually goes someplace real. All right, so acceptance of copy. Now, guys, checking the poll real quick. Checking the poll. We've got 26 votes. 42% believe. The question is, do you believe prepping is essential for survival? 42% is it prepares us for any uncertainty. Cha-cha, right behind that. At 38%, it's all about self-reliance and peace. And the other ones are eh. We'll talk about those as the numbers change. Mr. J, shut up. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. All right, so with that said, let's talk about doomsday preppers and their worldview. Now, doomsday preppers often view the world as inherently unpredictable, and fraught with risk. You know, um, According to Psychology Today, it's actually a magazine. You guys, I read. I don't like to read, but I read. I read things that interest me. This mindset can have both positive and negative implications. Now, the positive aspects are that it gives you a sense of security. Now, preparation provides a sense of control and purpose, reducing anxiety about potential disasters. There's also emergency readiness, and preppers are often better equipped to handle crises, whether personal or communal. And then there is a community resource aspect. In times of disaster, um, Prepared individuals can offer critical resources and knowledge to their neighbors, and this enhances community resilience. Now, some of the challenges, instead of saying like we talked about the positive aspects, instead of saying let's talk about the negative aspects, let's call them challenges. Now, the challenges to being a doomsday prepper is that you're moving into what they call social isolation, and a prepper's focus on self-reliance can lead to mistrust and the alienation of others if you're not careful. Also, whether we like it or not, there's a little bit of paranoia mixed into the prepper pancake. The fear of revealing preparations may lead to secrecy, heightening feelings of disconnection from society. Now, ultimately, while the prepper lifestyle has its challenges, it's also fostering resilience, which is important to people like us, self sufficiency, and community contribution in their time of need. Now, with that said, you guys should have put something in the chat, and let's see if there's anything. Billy King showed up. What's going on, Broseph? Let's see here. Is this normal conversation, poo and soft serve? Yeah, from time to time. It's not really what the channel's about, but you know what? People are people. We talk about crazy stuff all the time. Let's see here. What do we got here? We're talking about poo still. Cindy says growing your own clean food is necessary for survival, in my humble opinion. Yes, I think that should be the goal of anybody in the prepper sphere, to be able to be self-sufficient, growing their own food, having their own food that hasn't been either pumped full of steroids or covered with chemicals. Because we're finding out, guys. There was a study that was released 2 weeks ago, not a joke, that confirmed multiple studies that were released over a month ago that tell us specifically that seed oil is directly linked to cancer. It's directly linked to colorectal cancer. Not a joke. Not a joke. That kind of popped out of Fox News, and I'm like, what? So I went and found the damn thing. Yeah, it's real, guys. So all this oil that we've been cooking with forever, all of these products that we have that basically use oil as a binding agent or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? All these deep fried dishes we love so much that we use corn oil on, or I'm sorry, seed oil on. Just drink a little cancer. Just drink a little cancer. And I'm not talking about that because the girlfriend went and caught cancer. I'm talking about that because this study came out. They caught me off guard, and you need to know about it. So just saying. I'm just saying. I apologize for the poop talk. You can talk about poop all you want. I don't care. It's not like I'm going to read it. Poop, 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 poop. Let's see here. You're not hurting my feelings. You just be a man. Do what you got to do, Pilgrim. Let's see here. Tuck says, Doug put crisis. Crises. Crises? It's the plural, right? Let's see here. What's or you swallowed too, I guess too much bubble gum. That'll happen. Let's see. K Kim, good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Hopefully you're feeling better today. I've learned that prepping may also help someone else, especially if you encounter someone stuck in the rural area. We have a couple run-ins, and it was nice to be able to help out with the preps we had. Yeah, there's been too many times where I've been able to help somebody. I've even actually saved a couple of lives because of my preparations. And a lot of them happen on the road. It's kind of scary. Cindy says, been through a few tornadoes slash aftermath and in the 80s economic downturn, having to garden and raise chickens to feed the family, normal life for me, and as it should be. But that's the natural way. There should be no reason why you can't have like 6 chickens and a goat. Um, they're delicious, and they make stuff for us, and they eat grass and bugs. I mean, come on. Let's see here. Don't apologize to LP. He might get a big head. Yeah, I have big doors. We're okay. Let's see. West Virginia Pappy says 3 or 4 generations back we had an Amish lifestyle. It's very true. It's very true. Cindy says exactly. K Kim, my food preps and garden helps feed elders in my area. Now that's nice. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. All right, so we're getting close to that halfway point, but not just yet. Because I think somebody's gonna like hold out until like the 1 hour mark, and then they're gonna like slam that last chat goal. All right, so next let's talk about what percentage of Americans are preppers. I can't wait till they do a new study, but here's some data that we know to be true. So prepping has grown in popularity over the last year. A 2012 National Geographic Channel survey revealed that approximately 28% of Americans consider themselves preppers. That's a huge number, guys. That's a huge number. Um, these individuals prepare for various scenarios with motivations breaking down the following way. You guys are gonna love this because it's just it's like it's self-affirming because my number one prep is like the reason I prep is for economic collapse or economic disaster. So economic collapse. 41% of preppers cite this as their primary concern, so almost half. Natural disasters, 28% prepare for events like hurricanes and earthquakes. 17% are driven by fears of terrorist attacks. In the doomsday scenarios, 9% believe in the apocalyptic or extinction level events. Now, despite stereotypes, preppers are not all survivalists, hoarding supplies in underground bunkers. Instead, many are ordinary people taking proactive steps to safeguard their families against plausible emergencies. It's just the way it is. And I think that we need to remember that. Now, I am very interested. I would love to like somehow do a poll to see where based off of our last 4 years, where the preppers or the people who proclaim to be preppers or say that they are preppers in some way, where their motivations are. What is their major prep? I'm interested to see that economic collapse number change. I would be interested to see all of those numbers change because I think they might be adding like a couple of categories like civil war, and stuff like that, because we talked about that a lot over the last 4 years. So let me roll to the chat here real quick and see what you guys are throwing down. I'm going to pick up what you're throwing down. Big doors. You think I'm big? I got big doors. Tuck says, gotta lurk. Pilgrim says, if we weren't meant to eat meat or animal products, they wouldn't taste so good. I know, right? David, good to see you, bro. Been prepping since before it was cool. That's all right. I didn't know prepping was cool, to be honest with you, because when I tell my friends that I'm a prepper, they're like, what? What's that mean? Wait, what's that mean? What does that mean? They always ask, what does that mean? Some people just have no idea. Let's see here. West Virginia Pappy says, or Pilgrim says, I prep to maintain normalcy for those I love. Absolutely, 100%. We got West Virginia Pappy says civil unrest happens in almost all scenarios. That's true, but that would be an effect of a condition. Let's see here. Rose says, "Is there an issue in the burn zones? If any preppers must have lost so much?" Oh yeah, I know. So there was lots of preppers up in the mountains of North Carolina that lost everything. That lost everything. But I would say that if they were good, then they had stuff someplace else that didn't get washed away in the nuclear water. You know what I'm saying? Not I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying that we all have holes in our preps, and while I don't know, the place had flooded before, not to that extent, but the place had seen floods like that before. It's historical. There were actually five of them. Um, they just weren't common. So, looking at the chat here, if you have extra garden produce, can put out a free will donation or trade table. Older peeps may not have money but want to give something. What was that? Something just happened. Something. Did somebody just subscribe or something like that? Tropical. Tropical, did you just survive? Or just thank you. Thank you. You got recognition, man. Make sure that bell is tagged, man. Otherwise, you won't know that I actually live stream. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern. Let's see here. Let's see. The table. Yeah, that's a great idea. There's still places like that down near the property in North Carolina where they just put the produce out on the table and they put a box. They'll put like 10 $1 bills in it to get it started. And then they come back every day. And depending on the weather, they pull the produce back and grab the box. Sometimes they just leave the box out there, to be honest with you. And, the honor system, it still works in some places. West Virginia Pappy says, I was a prepper before I heard the word, just thought it was a country living. Exactly. Exactly. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start talking about, you know what? Let's check the poll real quick here, real quick. Do you believe the prepping is essential for survival? And 37, well, 40% say it's about self-reliance and peace. So we flip-flopped. We've already flip-flopped once. So 37%, which used to be leading the poll, says it prepares us for any uncertainty. And 23% say, yes, it's necessary for security. And 0% say that it's only for extreme disaster scenarios. I probably shouldn't have added that as part of the poll, but I was curious. All right, here we go. And looks like we are halfway through the stream. If you're new to the stream, there's something that we do, and when we get halfway through it, um, or are we halfway through it, or are we going to extend this live stream? That's really up to you guys. But anyway, we're halfway through the stream, and that means that if you love your country, put a number one in the chat. Your country, not your government, your country. America. I'm going to drink some coffee as long as it's still full. Shameless promotion, link in description. And I'm going to read you some stuff and we're going to talk some smack and maybe some more. I don't know. No more poop talk. No more poop talk today. And then we're going to carry on. We're going to start talking about the costs of being a doomsday prepper. All right. All right. So while you're doing that, the cost of being a doomsday prepper. It's the financial commitment to prepping can range from modest to substantial, depending on individual goals and resources. Now, some key expenses, and we're going to go over the basic stuff here because believe it or not, I actually have like a list of like almost 200 things I found yesterday. But the basics, the basics. So Bullseye showed up. What's going on, Broseph? Good to see you. Good to see you. Texas Raiders in the house. There we go. Ty Grail. I don't recognize you, Ty Grail. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. So number one, food and water storage. The basic requirements. And believe it or not, our government, FEMA, they're still stuck on the 3-day thing, but FEMA recommends a 3-day supply of food and water. But many preppers aim for months or even years. Now, I always tell people to start off with a goal of 3 months. But anywho, that's not what this live stream is about. So estimated costs, you know, prepackaged emergency food and bulk staples, e.g. like rice, beans, freeze-dried meals can range from hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on how much money you put into it. The next thing is survival supplies. Now, they're what you might call the essentials. And like I said, we're speaking generally. We're speaking generally because you know what? I'm going to if we have time, if we get to that fifth oh, there it is. Bradley just did it again. Oh my God. Poop talk in the chat. I am not going to do that. That is not going there will be no more poop talk, you poopity Miss Pooperson. What you did just stretch this live stream out to 10:30. But I mean, as long as I don't run out of content talking about poop stuff. Let's see. Poop, dot, 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 poop, dot, 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 poop, dot, dot, dot. And, well, let me do an emoji. It won't let me do an emoji. It won't let me do an emoji. It didn't work. It didn't work. Reply. Ah, there you go. I guess I can't put emojis when I reply to the stuffs. But anyway, so let's go with we talked about the survival supplies and The essentials for that were basically like first aid kits, flashlights, batteries, water purification systems. Those are kind of the standard, you know what I'm saying? And then when we start to talk about the cost range, we ah, it's so crazy because high quality versions of items can quickly add up. With durable first aid kits. You guys know I'm a refuge medical guy, and costing a few $100s, and a water filtration system that could be like $300. Um, and then we've got to talk about the third thing, which is equipment and infrastructure. Now, generators and solar panels. Choo. These are common investments for power independence. Now, with most ranging from anywhere from 500 to over $1,000, and we know if we go bigger, it's even more expensive. But then we got to start talking about things like heating solutions. In colder climates, wood stoves, propane heaters, screw the government, we want them, and fuel storage are significant considerations. Number four on this magical list is education and training, guys. I talked about this yesterday, and I'm going to tell you a quick story. I'm going to tell you a quick story about yesterday as soon as I cover this. Skill development, survival training courses, firearms training, and first aid certifications can cost several $100s each, but are invaluable in emergencies. Now, please remember that when we start talking about the costs vary significantly based on factors like location and lifestyle. An example of that is prepping in rural areas may involve stockpiling firewood and water filtration systems, while urban preppers may prioritize backup power sources and food storage. Now, I'm going to tell you a very quick story. Um, and because we have met our goal, and now I can I can relax a little. I don't have to like push through program so hard. Yesterday during the TikTok live stream, it was technically TikTok clapper. I don't tell people that, but I do them simultaneously, like side by side, so I can actually like continue to have like different subjects, work different ideas from people, and also see what the platforms are doing. So during that, somebody asked me what was the um, what was the number one thing preparedness item that I had ever purchased. And I thought to myself, and I was like, bang, I know what it is. I know what it is. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna do it because we are halfway through the stream. The number one thing that I had ever purchased was training. And I purchased training. I had actually they were actually giving it away for free. It was just like a $60 value, because you can actually get, if you spend, I think it's like $75 like right now at Refuge Medical, you get like a $60 training package for Stop the Bleed, I think is what they're offering. So I got their Stop the Bleed course because I spent money. So I see that as the best thing that I'd ever purchased. Guys, I'm telling you right now, $60. Uh, the It's almost 3 hours long. They had to I like take two breaks. They actually covered more in-depth stuff about how to stop bleeds and how to control bleeding and how to save lives than I had received in my military training for first response. Um, and I just found it very interesting. And the training actually like locked in. It was not this boring book stuff. And it was just absolutely amazing. Now, if you do want to, of course, I've got the thing up. I got to tell you, if you do want to do it, make sure you save some money down there. Make sure you save some money. Use that code right there. I can make 35 cents when you spend $65, and yeah, it's going to save you 15% off of your training. Hint, hint, hint. Or just go buy some gear and get the training for free. Go to their website. If you guys go down there, the link below is the what is it, my trusted sites or something. You'll see it down there someplace. Click on that, takes you to my website. Go to trusted products, or just roll right to the bottom of it. It's right down there. You'll see what I'm talking about. Use that link. Bam, sis, you're going to be in like Flint. But the training, that was the biggest thing. It's directly related to what we were just talking about. And I think that everybody should be getting that type of training in their lives. 3 hours is nothing to laugh at for the amount of money that they're asking. And it's nothing to laugh at when it's a skill that no one can take away from you. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to go to the chat here real quick. What do we got? I got to scroll. You guys put some stuff in here. West Virginia Pappy says, speaking of poo, everyone will have to deal with waste dependent, depending on the situation. Yes, exactly. They technically term it sanitation and hygiene. Even in the military, that's what they call it. And so you definitely need a plan because you can't just poop in plastic bags forever. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a plan. But that's not what this is about. I don't even think that's even part of this live stream. But it's very true. It's very true. All right. What do we got here? Cindy says smaller foldable solar panels for charging flashlights and other preps, less than 100. Absolutely. 100%. I mean, since yesterday I've upgraded because I forgot. I have like two sets of EDC gear, and I forgot about my magical flashlight that I actually promoted um, some months ago. This thing is magical. It does so many things, but that's not what this live stream is about. So having multiple ways of doing things is very important. Let's see here. Where we at here? 46 camper, food, water, power. Medical is very pricey. Training is pricey. It is. I'll be honest with you, 46 camper. You know, I'm not one. I started this channel. I don't recognize you, so I think you're new. Thank you for being here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. But I started this channel because I disagreed with what was being done 3 years ago. 3 years ago, the preparedness channels were all about you're all gonna die and you got to have this product. And then I started looking at the prices, like this doesn't make any sense. I was doing price compare. I would like piece together kits and find out that I could like spend like 33 to 66% less than what they were charging. And I was like, dude. And then when I like called them out on it, they were like, well, you don't know what you're talking about. They had no idea. We'll just say that I retired from MARSOC. Okay. Um, no, I was not a MARSOC operator. Tell you that right up front. But let's just say bullets don't discriminate. Anywho, I was an old guy. I was an old guy working there. We'll just say that, and I didn't sweep the floors. That's for sure. Um, and they found out very quickly that they were full of crap, and that product actually got pulled. And yeah, it's it's a huge company. It's a huge preparedness company, guy, and uh, uh, there's a lot of people in that company that are like, oh, I was in special forces. It's like nice to know, nice to know. Because in my day, people in special forces didn't advertise that they were in special forces, and we're going to leave it at that. So just to let you know, 46 camper things can be a little bit of expensive, but some things are worth the money. For instance, like the Glock. The firearm's got to work out of the box every single time, no questions asked. And in that particular case, it's a Glock. All right, so thank you for hanging out with us. Let's see. Ian found your channel, Ben. Nice. Tomfish, don't recognize you. Welcome. Yeah. Apparently, Wayne County, Michigan has the bird flu now. Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. We're all gonna die. Thanks for being here, man. I love you. Cindy says, best thing to give others is knowledge. Teach a man to fish mental. There you go. There you go. Cindy says, county health nurse or volunteer fire department, Matt, have free training. Exactly. If you can find free training anywhere, go for it. Let's see here. I'm about to order the refuge today. Nice, Pilgrim. Nice. Let's see here. Bullseye Ben says knowledge is the most powerful tool in your arsenal, and you can't lose it. Let's see here. Was that a tactical kazoo? No. Oh, okay. You're killing me, Grumpy. You're killing me. No, it's not. This is a flashlight. Okay. It's not a cheap one. It's not a cheap one. All everything. All truth being told, I did a video review on this flashlight. They sent it to me. This is called the Arc Field Pro. It's slimline. It has double clips. It has a clip going this way and a clip going that way. And I don't want to strobe everybody out or cut their but basically we've got UV light for finding if you're a hunter, you know what the UV light is for, or if you go to a lot of hotels, you know what the UV light is for. We're going to turn that off, and it's all controlled by this button and this little toggle right here. It's kind of interesting. The center is the green laser. I don't really want you guys to get lasered out, but hopefully you can see some of that. And then you can instantly turn it to flashlight without even pushing the button. And it has 3 levels. I think it might even flash. No, it doesn't. That's right. That's why I like this when it doesn't flash. This thing will like run forever. I want to say it's there we go. Turn it off. But and the nice thing about it is when you put it on the table, it doesn't roll away. It doesn't roll away. If you guys are interested, just go back to in my what is it in my I have playlists on YouTube for gear and different things like that time I talked to a socialist. Um, but if you're interested, it's in the gear playlist. I think it's one of the last ones. It's either the last or second to last one on gear. But yeah, but they're not cheap. I'll tell you right now, they're not cheap. So and it's rechargeable. So let's see here. Should we want a strobe on your flashlights? Only if you're using them for defensive purposes, and only if they are um, um, uh, what's it's not the word I'm looking for. The word I'm looking for is um, you don't have to like thumb through them to get them. It should automatically know. Hold on, let me show you. So this is my defensive flashlight. So if somebody comes in here in the night and I can grab this. This is rechargeable. This is actually an expensive flashlight. This one is the this is Nightcore P20IX. And the reason I like this flashlight is because if you can see that it has 2 different buttons. So that the big button is clear. That's a button. But if you also see there's another button that's like there's this is a button itself, this surrounding part right here. And the surrounding part is push. You just push that. I'm sorry. I'm screwing it up. I can't get my finger on it. And then it strobes. So now I don't have to play the click, 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 click game. You see what I'm saying? I can instantly just strobe by doing that. And it's not to the point where it like gets in the way. You really have to know what you're going after. And then I don't want to give everybody a heart attack, so a seizure, so I'm going to stop doing that. But and it's too big for EDC. I think it is. It's too big. But you know, it's got the tiger, it's got the claws on the end. I can't remember what this edge is called really. But if you hit people with it, it'll hurt. And it's got a little bit of weight to it, so you know it can impact your punching power and your driving power. Yeah, what is it? It's fist. Haven't said that in a while. But anyway, so we're getting sidetracked. We're getting sidetracked. Confusing. I don't like flashlight with multiple functions. Too confusing. Gotcha. That's why I like flashlights with multiple functions that have single buttons, so I don't have to toggle through all the settings. You know. Cindy says hunter safety course free, lots of places geared to kids, but adults welcome too. Nice. Bradley says, Bullseye, how do you party in your tent without the strobe? I know, right? I can never make that. I can never make that sound. I'm not a voice box. All right, so we're rolling up on 9:45, and we need to obviously we're going to push this to 10:30, exactly 10:30. But we're gonna continue on here. So let's talk about common myths, okay, about doomsday preppers. Now, several misconceptions surround doomsday preppers. Let's go ahead and address the most prevalent myths because you know there's a lot of them out there. So myth number one is that preppers are paranoid conspiracy theorists. Everybody giggle on that one. If you think that that's the if you think that that's the number one, put a one in the chat because that's pretty much what people think. Um, while some preppers may subscribe to extreme beliefs, the majority of pragmatic individuals concerned with preparedness and self-reliance. So pragmatic is the key word there. Myth number two, preppers are selfish. On the contrary, most preppers actively contribute to their communities during crisis. and sharing resources and knowledge to help out others. And then myth number three is preppers only prepare for one scenario. Preppers tailor their strategies to a variety of risks, from natural disasters to economic instability, and reflect this is reflecting a diverse priorities and concerns. So it really does come down to that. Now, looking at the chat here, replace the DARE program with firearms and hunter. That's the way it used to be. That's the way it used to be. A lot of high schools in the country had shooting clubs, marksmanship clubs, and hunting clubs. It's crazy. Since C19, there are no conspiracy theories, in my opinion. I got you. Let's see here. Ian says, I have the Olight flashlight. The only thing that could make it better is if it had a red filter. Yes, exactly. I mean, if you could use that, but you can use the ultralight or you can use the ultraviolet just as well. The whole idea behind the red filter is it doesn't like mess with your night vision. The ultraviolet doesn't really do that as much either. So I guess I like the idea behind red myself. So um, what are preppers prepping for? Now, what are prepping for? Preppers prepare for a wide range of scenarios. Each requires of those scenarios, each requires specific strategies. Now, one, natural disasters. Simple examples are hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires. And the preparations for that are actually pretty simple: stockpiling non-perishable foods, securing shelter, and and having evacuation plans if necessary. The house in North Carolina, that I know that I've been to the NOAA site and I've looked at when it was built and all of the category threes that have rolled right over the top of it, and it's still there. So I know that it can withstand a category three. But if it's going 3, 4, I know exactly where I'm going and I have a plan to get there. So you guys should have the same things if you live in environments like that. I know a lot of you live in like Tornado Alley and stuff. So economic collapse. Some examples of that are pretty simple: hyperinflation and job market crashes. We are currently in the process. Hopefully, we do not get to the hyperinflation. There are other countries that are moving toward, like Germany is moving towards deflation. That's a real problem. Inflation, deflation, hyperinflation. That's the cycle, guys. Um, it's a real problem. And the way we prepare for that is by, using bartering supplies, precious metals, long-term food storage, alcohol. We prepare for those kind of things. So we can drink ourselves into oblivion if we want to, or we can sell it for whatever. And then obviously, whether we like it or not, the pandemics. Examples are that thing that we can't talk about. And we hear about X this and X that and bird flu and all this other stuff, right? They tried to make RSV a thing during the end of the pandemic. And now RSV is real, but RSV has always been real. Ask anybody who works in a nursing home. Um, the way that preppers prepare for that, that came out of nowhere. That was a little weird. Is they have medical supplies, they have personal protective equipment, and they understand how quarantine protocols work. I just say wash your hands. It's absolutely necessary because mom said so. Let's see here. Catitude says, "I'm a paranoid, selfish prepper. I'm ready for tsunami that could come 100 miles inland from the Gulf. Worst fear ever." Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just scary. That's just scary. But you can't prepare for that. You can't live your life like that either, Cat. You can't. It's like I'm prepared for an asteroid that's going to hit the Earth in 2035. Yeah, well, if an asteroid hits the Earth in 2035 and it's bigger than, say, a football field, we're all toast. There's no preparing for it. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Bullseye said prior planning prevents fish for the 7 P's, my friend. Yes, Bullseye. Grumpy says, if we prepare for the little things when the big one rolls around, it won't be so big. Exactly. Baby bites. How do we eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Cindy says, I focus EMP, coronal mass ejection, creating a grid down. If ready for that, smaller power outages, no brainers. Yes, absolutely. Don't make me put my EMP shield thing up. Don't make me do it, girl. I the 1 hour live streams only get one commercial. The long ones get two. So stand by because here it comes. But it's not going to be EMP Shield today. Let's see here. Ty Grail, kind of the same small town, though my parents were depression kids. Nice. Dad was civil defense after World War. I love it, man. I think they need to put up all the radiation signs back on the frickin' post offices and buildings with basements. I think that there should be that every town should have like somebody who is like they are civil defense. I think that should be the thing. I'm gonna have to get up in the next few minutes, guys, and get some more coffee because this cold stuff is not fixing my throat. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. The Catitude is laughing at me. Good girl. Good. So let's talk about some essential supplies for doomsday preppers. And I hate using that term, but that's what we're talking about today. So for doomsday preppers, a comprehensive list of supplies ensures readiness for various scenarios. And here are a few critical ones. And obviously, if you guys have been around, you know the big three, the 3 pillars of preparedness, right? First one is, what's the first pillar of preparedness? I'm going to sip some coffee and wait to see if people are paying attention. What's the first pillar of preparedness? It's called cold coffee's not working for me. It's not working for me at all. Don't make me hold this finger up too long. Question in the poll: does the word security means physical or state of mind? Physical. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Cindy nailed it. There we go. I'm sure others will pop in. So water, filter, purification tablets, and long-term storage solutions. What's the next one? What's the next one? I know there's going to be a delay. What's number 2? Someone's going to put all that stuff in there. Someone's going to jump the gun and make me go faster, but that's okay. What's the second one? Notice I'm holding up 2 fingers because I don't want to hold up that second finger. Dose. What's number 2? What's number 2? Water, food. Oh, shit, I said it. Food. Water, food. Food is the second one. Freeze dried meals, canned goods, and bulk staples. I was so focused on not saying it and not flipping you off that I actually said it. So, all right. And then, guys, the next one. You know the next one, which is Bradley Collins. What's that on earth thingy there? What's the next thing? What's the third? What's the third? Pew 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 pew. Security, firearms, ammunition, personal protection tools. Okay, so now we knock those out. The next thing we want to think about are power generators or power, which is solar chargers, generators, and batteries. Obviously, a power source is going to be a necessity. We live in a modern era. Is it a requirement? No, but you definitely need to know some things. Shelter. That's a survivalist thing, but it's still good, John. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But it doesn't follow the three. Uh, 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 it's not the pillars of preparedness. Shelter's great, but we live in a modern world. Shelter is kind of a given. Let's see here. So we talked about power, and then we've got medical. Now, first aid kits, over-the-counter medications, and basic surgical tools. Now, when we talk about that, each time or each item on a prepper's list serves a specific purpose, ensuring survivability and adaptability in emergencies. Now, with that said, time to pay the bills. Guys, you may notice the screen has changed. Jace Medical, getting a Jace case, guys. We just got done talking about medical as one of the essential things for preparedness for preppers, not just doomsday preppers. Guys, you should know that I'm an affiliate for Jace Medical. Jace case, I've got a couple of them. The reality is that if the logistical system shuts down, we saw this last year. CVS. CVS closed for 3 frickin' days. Their pharmacy closed for 3 days because we had medical problems, we had logistical problems, and we've got to be able to continue to be resilient. Yesterday, I was talking to one of the members about how they are sick, can't even get to the doctor's office, and they needed to get, they were going to use their Jace case to treat their illness. Not a joke. Why? Because there's a little book that tells you how to do it. It didn't hurt that they're actually in the they're actually medical practitioners, should I say? And so they knew exactly what they needed to take, and then they were going to restock their case. And it's like, okay, so I helped them out, pointed in the right direction. They used their Jace case, and now boom, boom, boom. Also, guys, they have lots of add-ons that you can get if you like the old ivermectin or other little things. And here's the magical thing about Jace Medical, guys. They have a program called Jace Daily, and if you're one of the people that needs to have medications every day to continue to be not unalived, they actually carry those medicines, and you can stockpile them so that when CVS decides, oh, maybe we're closing our doors today, and the Walgreens are like, oh my God, we're out of this acillin and that acillin, and we don't know what to do. And oh, by the way, yeah, and it's the medication you need to survive. You can actually have a stockpile of it over at Jace Medical. Now, medicine's not cheap. It's not cheap, guys. So I would ask you to look at it. And then if you decide to do it, you're going to talk to one of their doctors. And then you're going to use that promo code down there and local prepper 10. That's going to save you 10% off of whatever the hell you buy from them. Not a joke. Not a joke. Like I said, I started this whole YouTube stuff years ago because I didn't like the way people were getting scammed and I wanted to save them money. So, guys, if you need these type of products, which you do if you're in the preparedness spell, I have two of these. I have one for me, one for the girlfriend. And if you're worried about the lifespan of these things, I won't say it's indefinite, but I will say that there are military studies that show that they have 90% potency after 25 years. Not a joke. It's facts. I actually did a video on it years ago. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off and get back to, yeah, let's get back to the main. All right, so we're back. Also, notice, guys, there's 2 days until January 19th. Why am I saying January 19th? Because the chances of anything going crazy on the 20th, and let's just say there'll be more people that don't want to get unalived, and the things might get smaller. But you know what? Captain Red Tie is definitely going to be out and about on the 19th and having a rally in Washington, D.C., and it's supposed to be pretty big. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. With that said, guys, we have another 30 minutes because you guys did meet the goal of my target goal of 5 super chats. You're greatly appreciated, but I do need to get some more coffee. So I'm going to walk away. You guys put some, uh, let's see, Jace is like 80 for the, all right, hold on a second. I'm gonna address that. We'll put some more about that. Jace is like $80 for doctor consultant and can get a year of prescription meds. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. Copay, not deductible. Duh. I don't know. Let's talk about that when I get back. Put some more stuff in the chat. Let me go fill this sucker up real quick and I'll be right back. It's like 30 feet that way. We'll see you in a bit. Oh. All right, so a little bit of midair refueling. Got some fresh coffee here. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's go to that chat here real quick. What do we got here? What do we got here? We got the pew pew, we got the shelter, we got security, we got guns. Second Amendment, America. Let's see here. I love guns. Bullseye bun. I love guns. Let's see here. Don't eat concrete, Tuck. and don't keep you warm at night. Oh, I got you. I got you. Rose says have two basic notebook solar chargers. Not really good. Takes forever to charge everything from them. Well, when I when when I talk about solar chargers, like you should really look into. I mean, I think that the solar industry has made it more complicated than it needs to be. And I think that you can buy a small wattage um, solar panel. You can buy like a 30 watt, which is about this big. Okay, but it's a little bit. It's I'd say it's bigger. It would cover my face. It was bigger in my head though. You can buy a cheap was probably I think it's like 6 amp 30 watt charge control her, and many of those charge controllers actually have USB ports on them now. And then you can charge pretty much anything you want a hell of a lot easier than the stuff that they're kicking out. And some of the older solar panels are very inexpensive now. They just won't last like 30 years. But I mean, if you're just using it to charge your phones and your iPads and stuff, boom, 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 it's done. I was huge into, and I still am to an extent. Where's it at? I used to promote these like it's cool. These are good little devices. Whoop, you're over here. These are good little devices. I like these because it's got the solar charger on it. It's got a flashlight. This one is I think this one was 2000.
Supreme Court ruled
What?
on TikTok.
Oh yeah, what'd they say?
They said they have to find a new buyer within like 200 and some days.
Okay, cool. Did you guys hear that? The girlfriend. I'm sorry, prepper lady. They call you prepper lady now.
All right.
Said that the Supreme Court just ruled on TikTok and said that they have to buy a U.S. buyer within like 200 days, something like that. As I told you, it wasn't going to go away on the 19th. And so all those people who flooded to Clapper, sorry, this is like an "I told you so" moment, but you know me, it is whatever. But anyway, so the information. This is an educational channel. You've been educated. But yeah, these I keep one of these in the window of my truck at all times because it's just constantly being charged. It's got its own charge control in it. It's got its own power management inside of it. The only thing got to watch out for these little ones is that some of the cheaper ones melt in your window, and you don't want that. So that's a bad thing. But anyway, so this type of charging panel they use for smaller devices, it's not productive at all. You can buy other ones. If you guys have ever seen that video that I did, I showed the members what I have in North Carolina. I just put it out on my porch. I found this old, like, you remember the old brick, the big, heavy, portable battery jumpers? I mean, it's like this thing is like 40 pounds. You pick it up, you turn it on, then your car turns on, right? I have one of those, and all of the circuitry inside of it kind of burned out, except for the charge controller and the battery. So I just rewired it, hooked up a panel to it, and now when I go out on my porch and I got a low battery or I'm going to live stream or something, I just plug it right into that, and it keeps that big ass car battery charged up just fine. 30 watts, either 6 or 9 amps, I think. But yeah, stop paying for stuff, that you can make yourself. Don't let the industry tell you that something is like you have to have this when it's something that you could make yourself. It just wouldn't be as pretty. That's what it comes down to. Let's see here. So we were talking about the J stuff, and you guys had some comments that I wanted to talk about. Let's see here. I agree on the shelter, Miko. I consider it part of my security to stay safe. There you go. Grumpy says their medication service saved me 40% more than paying my insurance deductible. That's freaking significant. I had no idea that their savings were that good, Grumpy. I thought that they were just like, oh my God, that's unbelievable. Take it to heart. Thank you very much for that information, guys. Let's see here. Cindy says Jace is like $80 for doctor consultant and can get a year of prescription meds. I don't think. And the thing is too, it's what is it? HSA and something. You can use that money as well. Oh, co-pay, where was that here? We're not, JS Badgers here. What's going on, bro? A majority of people went to Red Note, another Chinese app. I know, right? I know. Well, it's Red Note is primarily Chinese. The Chinese, the nation of China uses it, should I say. It's heavily monitored. So it is funny. Let's see here. Miko says if you run off a solar charger, you got to have two of everything. You can use one and charge one to take forever to charge. Biggest swap it out. Yeah, exactly. That's why I have the Jace or the Jackery 230s. I have two of those, and I run my fridge when I'm out in the woods. I'll run my fridge on one, and then charge the other one for basically charge it all day. I'll burn the other one down to nothing. And then I'll use the other one at night, and then in the morning I'll do that. Somebody just subscribed. Who is that? Let me see who that was. I got to say hi to that person. Yeah, thrive not survive. Who is that? Who is subscribed? We got Bradley Pullins. This is going to get confusing. Or did you wait a minute? Did you just give me another $5 or something? What the hell just happened? What's all that noise about? Graceful Creation subscribed. There we go. Kayla Marie subscribed. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you. Make sure that you get that notification bell. I'm here Monday through. Yep, getting all excited. Got me all flubbergusted. I'm here Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. like it's cool. Okay, so with that said, I need to make sure I'm keeping an eye on the software because it's a little glitchy from time to time. You know what? I can just keep this window open, I think. I think this window will open better, will work better. But anyway, so it's crazy. Let me go back to the chat here real quick. Let's see here. Let's see. How quickly does it charge your phone? The brick you showed. This is probably only good for one charging. This is a smaller one, but this will charge your phone in like an hour, maybe 2 hours tops. But if you use the solar panel to recharge this thing, it takes frickin' forever. Now, let's do a quick test on it. I don't know what you can see, but basically the center is to charge it on the wall, and the two ports, you can charge two things simultaneously. It is not waterproof, but it is water resistant. And I'm going to push the power button. I always have a problem finding these things because they melt them into, there it is right there. So this thing's been sitting on the shelf for like 6 months, and it's got 4 out of 5 dots on it. 4 out of 5 charges on it. So it's not a bad little device. What I like to do is swap these out on the ones that I have in the car about every 6 months, just to like put it on the shelf. We don't really have a problem with battery memory like we had in the pre rechargeable battery era. Because believe it or not, there was a time when we didn't have rechargeable batteries. So this one actually has been sitting on the shelf for like forever, and it's still got 4 of 5, which is great. It means it's an older lithium. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. I've got a portable solar battery that I need to do a review video on. There you go. Make it happen. Make it happen, man. Do a good job. Let's see. William Alexander, don't recognize you, but welcome to the stream and thank you. If you're a lurker, it's not personal. I just don't recognize your name. I have one of those chargers in the window of my Jeep, but for some reason I can't get it to charge more than 45%. Is that common? Um, I hate to say it, but you just have a cheap one. You have a cheap one. It's very easy to buy one that looks exactly like this, exactly like this. One of the things that I tell people is to buy one that has the touch recharging on the back of it so that when you put it on, it automatically starts to charge your phone. Those are more modern. If you buy one without the touch charging, there's a very good chance that it's an older one. It's been sitting in a box forever. That has a lot to do with the production as well. How long ago? How old is the device? Even though it's brand new to you, how long did it set in a shipping container in China before it even made its way over here? So it's things to look at. Things that also look at your Amazon reviews. If you're buying stuff, read the reviews. If you've got like 4,000, 5,000, 30,000 reviews and they're like 4.5 stars, you're probably okay. You're probably okay. So, let's see here. Pilgrim says, just got my Jace case. It's awesome. It's awesome. There you go. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, these things are a game changer. I don't know how many times, you know, probably 5 times I've been like, the girlfriend will be like, waking me up in the middle of the night. I need the Jace case. I'm like, oh man. That's why she has her own. And girls, you know what I'm talking about. But they are awesome pieces of gears, and I do recommend that everybody gets one. Because, like I said, the strength is the militaries have done studies. The military, if the military, because they buy medication in bulk and they store it for strategic reasons, obviously, kind of like the national medication stockpile, and that's something that does exist. And if they had to rotate their medicine out every year, because every medication by federal law requires a 1 year expiration date, not a best by date. It's actually a throw the medicine out date. In the case of antibiotics, with the exceptions of the cillins like oxacillin, was it what is it? There's another one. Try something cillin. Um, there or a liquid uh, version of an antibiotic, which they become toxic. Okay, if you after they have an expiration date for a reason, is what I'm telling you. But all the others, they don't. And but yeah, throw this out after 1 year. What the hell for? There's nothing wrong with it. And the military has done studies that prove that it has 90 to 95% of its actual strength, that it doesn't go bad. That's why most antibiotics come in a compressed powder pill form with sometimes a coating on them, because those things last basically forever. So. Oh, let's see here. Miko says, buy a solar generator to hook it up to your solar panels. It will charge your device up and it will still charge up the solar generator while you're charging devices up to one is none, two is one. Yes, Miko. It's called charge through. And basically it's exactly what Miko was just saying. You know, you plug in the device. Hold on. Hold on. Since you guys got the extra 30 minutes. You plug in the device to the device what you're trying to charge. Where are we at here? And then that just comes on. And this thing's been sitting on the shelf for about 3 months. It's still at 100%, no problem. But basically, when you plug in your solar panel, there you go. I got stuck. When you plug in your solar panel and you're charging something, it's just what they call charge through, where you're actually charging another device or running another device, but that you're still charging, and then the information they'll show you in the front what the charge through is and what the actual percentage of storage and usage is on all these digital devices now. It's modern technology is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I've been a Jackery guy for I'd say about 3 years now. Let's see here. I already did my job. Hence the name Red Note. And JS Badger was confirming it's HSA and FASA that you can use. Let's see here. Teresa, good to see you. Good to see you. Where are we at here? Shoot, Pilgrim 100%. Just now, we are all the cool channels are. We just know now we're all. I'm the cool channel. Come on, man. Let's see here. I just got an electric grain mill. Nice, because grain mills are no joke, guys. If you've ever actually used a grain mill before, it's let's just say there's machines. There are motors on these things now because people that turn them by hand for years have giant one of their arms is gigantic. It takes freaking forever. Um, Cindy says, we know. Give us our own to be independent women. There you go. Let's see here. Pilgrim says, much appreciated, LP. Love that discount. I'm headed over to Refuge today and using your discount code there too. Nice. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Save that money. Save that money. I have a manual one. Yeah, I have a manual one too, but I haven't touched it. It's in a box. It's staying new as long as possible. And hopefully the live stream didn't just glitch out because one of my screens just went wacko, just like went wacko. Let me know in the chat if it glitched out. Let's see here. Bullseye says, always keep prepping in the back of your mind. Look for the items that have multiple purposes, like jelly jars are great. Guys, it's almost a curse now that when somebody shows me something, I instantly analyze it, say, no, that's crap, you know, or yeah, I've got one of those, or oh, that's cool. I love when somebody tells me like about a brand new idea. That's actually like the back and forth that I really do love about this thing that I do here on the interwebs is people tell me things and I'm like, what? Instantly start looking it up. Like, what was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday, somebody brought up the 100 resilient cities, and I still have the webpage open. I haven't closed it because I'm going to read that. But I love to learn new things from you guys. Let's see here. Little Dry Creek Ranch showed up. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. So hopefully I didn't get to you too late. I'm trying to scroll through the chat here, and it keeps moving a little bit. And you guys are bringing up some really cool stuff. Let's see here. Good ones have the UPS system, interrupted power supply. There you go. It's funny too because I got contacted a couple months ago about a UPS company. It's called Uninterrupted Power Supply. Um, and they were like, "Yeah, we'd love to send you one." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, send me one." And it's not here. Let's see here. I thought you wanted bread mold for penicillin. Now we don't need to go that way. We don't need to go that way. Um, what do we got? The lamb is the light. I bought my solar panel from Rock Solar. Rock Solar is they are that's a good company. Let's see here. Modest. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm modest. I like to be a little bit outlandish from time to time, but I think that's a good thing to be. Rule 2IC, look at all the awesome people here in the chat. Great people. Yeah, absolutely. Community is a big thing for me, guys. Um, Pilgrim says, my autocorrect has been horrible lately. Autocorrect super sucks. Cindy says, Amish have lots of kids to turn those manual. I know, right? That's how them corn-fed kids get strong. What we got here? So 5x5 looks like I'm okay. Thank you, Teresa. Prepping is a lifestyle. That's true. Autocorrect sucks. I got the lights and lamps says I got two solar panels, 200 watts each for 470. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad deal as long as they're modern solar panels. So if the older ones, you got ripped off. Shipping free. They're gridded panels. Nice. Let's see here. Grumpy says, I like the country living mill because you can set it up to be belt driven. I like that. I like that. Uh, let's see. Where are we at here? Pibble. I don't recognize you at all. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. All these new people. I love all these new people. Let's see here. Ben, since lost iOS update, autocorrect is tarded. Probably. What pisses me off is when I set up these live streams, like this whole thing, like back there, that's the LP headquarters. That's where I do all the crazy work, all the research, all the writing, all the video stuff, all the editing, crap like that, right? This right here is this is actually what I call the studio. It's like it's a reasonably okay laptop with one screen and then just like a mic and stuff like that. But um, when I set the whole thing up. So I set the whole thing up at night to let you guys know what's going on, and then Microsoft would be like, "Hey, I think I'm just going to slip in here and update your computer for you." And everything that I have set up on this machine, so that all I have to do is click like three buttons and start for you guys, so I'm not late. Microsoft's like, "What's this, man?" So if I get up in the morning, I'm like, I only have about half an hour to just get settled after I get everybody out the door. Um, but You know, it's like I'm pulling my hair out trying to get things right for you guys. Frickin' Microsoft. And I have another update on this frickin' machine. I'm scared to do it. Okay, let's see here. Where are we at here? Opus. What is that? What is that? Mika Wolf says, or if he got kids or you got a lot of energy to burn, solar generator bicycle, you hook it up to your solar generator or battery and you can charge it up on your free time. Good way to stay fit. That's true. Do you remember when they started putting like generators on the back of bicycles? And like the whole idea was that if your kids wanted to watch TV, back when kids were like the boob tube, when everybody was addicted to TV, when basically television became it's mostly Gen X people know this, but back when TV was like the babysitter. Um, and then there was that short time where parents would be like, too much, if you really want to watch TV, you got to ride this bicycle, and the bicycle powered the TV. And if they got off it, the TV would shut off. Because you remember, you used to have to like pull the button out. You got to watch the, you know what I'm saying? And it always stayed on the channel that you were on. Click, 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 click. You remember that? Really dating myself right now. If I'm not only am I dating myself, but if you remember that, if you remember being the person that had to adjust the bunny ears and stand there for a minute, put a one in the chat. I'm kind of curious. All right. So, believe it or not, I love the chat stuff. I love the chat stuff. The chat stuff is good, okay, but we got about 8 minutes left. So, I actually have a list of 200 preparedness items, okay? And I'm going to raffle through them. I'm just going to run right through them because 200 is a freaking lot, okay? And I might post this list someplace. If you want me to post this list someplace, put like, yes, please post it. And I will find a way to get it onto my website and put a link in the description of this video after I get that onto the website. But like I said, that's work. It's not a huge amount of work, but it's interesting. So it's yeah, I always give you guys what you want. And if you're a member of the YouTube, if you're a member of the YouTube membership program, you get access to so much more than just that. Not a joke. If you guys have ever been to digital preparedness, downloadable digital preparedness library, if the new members don't know that exists, you need to send me a message so I can get you a link because you have access to that. Everything from cutting meat up to nuclear, biological, chemical warfare. It's all in there. Anywho, I'll make that link for you guys. I see you got the yes, please post. So I will have to do that now. And if I forget, make sure that you and let me know that I screwed up because I have leather skin. Anyway, so here we go. Let's see here. Don't let, don't, and don't, and don't the black and white. Yes, yes. Black and white TV was the thing. We had a color TV in the living room, a big Magnavox. And my parents had a little bitty, like 6-inch black and white TV. All right, so here we go. Here we go. We're going to take a sip of coffee and we're going to roll through this. Here we go. So I'm not even going to say the numbers. We're going to say number one. Here we go. Water filter, emergency radio, solar charger, first aid kit, portable toilet, hand sanitizer, duct tape, tarp, paracord, fire starter, blankets, emergency whistle, multi-tool, work gloves, fishing gear, hunting rifle, ammunition, bow and arrow, binoculars, night vision goggles, gas masks, hazmat suit, respirator, protective eyewear, body armor, portable generator, propane stove, fuel canisters, water storage containers, canned food, dehydrated meals, MREs, jerky, trail mix, energy bars, cooking utensils, pots and pans, eating utensils, cups and plates, cooler, ice packs, water purification tablets, water bottles, hand cranked, flashlight, headlamp, lantern, glow sticks, batteries, battery charger, solar panels. That was 50. That was 50. We're going to do that 3 more times. If you think that's funny, put a 7 in the chats. Put a lucky number 7 in the chat so I can like catch my breath. I think I took like 3 or 4 mini breaths like every 15 items. It was like a little mini breath. I was in there. Preppers have a lot of stuff, man. Preppers have a lot of stuff. I gotta say, Mountain House makes a decent meal. Pilgrim. Oh, I actually did a video several years ago about how bad Mountain House was. And what I will tell you is that I think that that was based on the meal that I did. I had like this Oriental meal. It both tasted and smelt like hot dog water. But all the other ones recently are pretty freaking good. Are pretty freaking good. Okay, so here we go. So I just did the first 50, right? All right, here we go. Let me get the things settled here. Breaker, need some help. Breaker. You know, so here we go. You ready? Ready, go. Inverter, whole house EMP surge protector, emergency blanket, poncho, boots, socks, long underwear, rain jacket, sun hat, insect repellent, sunscreen, signal mirror, compass, map, GPS, satellite phone, walkie talkies, ham radio, antenna, candles, matches, lighters, fire extinguisher, axe, shovel, saw, crowbar, pry bar, bolt cutters, wire cutters, hand drill, screws and nails, dolly, hand truck, rope, bungee cords, ratchet straps, carabiners, folding chairs, table, camp stove, fuel, firewood, water pump, bucket, tongs, whisks, can opener, bottle opener, and wine opener. Oh my God! So we've reached 100 items. We still have to do this 2 more times. If you enjoyed that, put some effort into it. I need 2 digits out of you. Put a 10, a 1 and a 0, and if you're smart, you'll just use X in the chat.
You said 2 digits.
I know, right? Like I said, if you're smart, I have an audience now.
Sorry.
I have a human audience sitting behind me watching
And
watching my silliness. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. Oh, one more set.
Put a 1 if you're a human.
Put a 1 if you're a human. All right, here we go. Cutting board, kitchen knife, spatula, ladle, mixing bowls, measuring cups, measuring spoons, rolling pin, cookie sheet, baking dish, Dutch oven, stock pot, frying pan, skewers, thermometer, food processor, blender, hand mixer, toaster, coffee maker, tea kettle, griddle, waffle maker, pizza stone, cast iron skillet, mortar and pestle, slow cooker, pressure cooker, bread maker, cheese grater, juicer, knives, Ziploc bags, food dehydrator, vacuum sealer, canisters, plastic bags, aluminum foil, head mounted night vision goggles, weather radio, satellite phone, handheld GPS, wind up flashlight, headlamp, binoculars, tactical gloves, emergency whistle, paracord bracelet, waterproof matches, and portable water filtration system. Holy shnikes, are we not done with this yet? Oh my God.
30.
It is not 10:30. It's 10:29. That's my hard time. So I got to take another sip of this
It's 5 seconds. till
because
10.
I've got it's going to take more than 5 seconds. Have a Coke and a smile. You know the rest. I only talk that way to people I love, you bastards. Water storage containers, collapsible water containers, water purification tablets, hydration bladder, portable shower camp toilet, solar shower bag, quick dry towel, insect repellent, mosquito netting, first aid kit, prescription medications, personal hygiene items, feminine hygiene products, antibacterial hand sanitizer, hand cranked radio, wind up alarm clock, portable power bank, solar battery charger, prepper lady,
Extra batteries,
Ex-
portable solar panel, solar power generator, backup generator, gasoline storage cans, Mr. Heater, portable propane stove, propane heater, camp stove fuel, charcoal fire starter, folding camp chairs, folding camp table, portable hammock, camping cot, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, tent, tarp, survival manual, maps, compass, flares, bear spray, personal defense weapon, gun cleaning kit, ammunition, bulletproof vest, gas mask, radiation detector, and tiger count.
Okay, bonus item 101 Twinkies. There we go. Okay, guys, I have just gone 1 minute over my drop dead date. Not a joke. I actually have to be someplace in 29 minutes across town, that kind of thing. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. The girlfriend even decided to show up. Now she's completely exhausted. Thank you very much for those of you guys that actually put out to make this stream longer. Greatly appreciated. 100% of it goes to the new computer. And that's going to be about it. And I hope you guys have a great, great weekend. So until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. Bye bye.